Today we're here for the Mississippi Construction Education Foundation Skills Competition. Joining us now, Brent Bean, the president of the Mississippi Construction Education Foundation. Brent, I walked through the hall there. A lot of folks are busy building a bunch of stuff in there.
They are going at it. They started arriving about 7 o'clock this morning. I didn't know young people woke up that early, but they were ready to go with their tools and just itching. They were knocking on the doors for us to unlock so they could get in there and start on their competition. So,
well, I got to tell you, it does the heart and mind and soul good to see young people so busy at work and so focused on the task at hand and doing productive work like that. I love it.
Yeah, it's so impressive. We hear all the time, you know, a lot of negative talk about this generation and everything, and that's just not true for all of them. There's still a lot of young people that want to work, know how to work,
right,
and enjoy working, and that's on display here today. We've got 188 high school and community college students that are out there putting on a show, and it's really impressive what they're doing. I mean, they come in here and materials are sitting out for them. They get these prints and these blueprints and plans and say, hey, you got 12 hours, put it together.
All right, so tell us about the competition. How does that work exactly?
So all of these people here today, they competed in 4 regionals over the last couple of months. The community colleges hosted these regionals across the state, and the top 3 of each project qualified to come to state, where first place here today will be eligible to go to the national competition in Atlanta this upcoming summer.
Okay.
And we've got masonry, HVAC, sheet metal, industrial motor control, electrical residential wiring, plumbing, team build, welding team, as well as single-man carpentry projects going on.
And what's the age range of the competitors?
So these are sophomores to seniors in high school, and then we do have some community college competitors out there as well. So, you know, they're looking around 19 or 20 years old. But over 150 of them are anywhere from a sophomore to a senior. So what we see out there going on, these young people that are working together and building these projects at such an efficient manner and working hard, some of these are 15 and 16-year-old
Incredible
people. And that's what we try to get the public to be aware of, and try to fight that stigma of, you know, this generation doesn't want to work.
Yeah.
There's still some good ones out there that do want to get in a good day's work, and we're extremely excited to be able to partner up with the Department of Education and the Community College Board to host this show and put it on for them.
Yeah. And what entices, what encourages and motivates these kids, these competitors, to get involved in this?
So a lot of it is we work really hard. We have staff. We've got 3 area directors that go out into these schools and speak on behalf of industry, as well as getting industry into these schools and talking to these young people about the opportunities that are available for them if they want to get into the construction and manufacturing industry. And here in the state of Mississippi, you don't have to leave the state.
Right.
Whether it's on the coast working on some of the shipbuilding yards, or, you know, in the Delta, on the river, here in Jackson, there's subcontractors and general contractors all over the place dying to hire people, and they'll pay people really good to come work for them.
Yeah.
And that's something that we've been pushing to these young people, is in this industry, you can start off as a helper, but if you've got the mentality and the drive to learn and to work hard, look, you can work your way up to where you've got your own company. And we've got a lot of project managers and judges out here from industry across the state that are putting this show on, and that's what they're talking to these young people about, like, hey, I competed in this 15 years ago, and now they're superintendents or project managers or presidents of some of these large commercial contractors in the state of Mississippi, and that's just proof for these people, hey, here there is a path for you to be extremely successful. And yeah, it may be hard work starting off, But you can work your way up to where you're sitting in the truck and you're watching somebody else, or you're sitting in the office and you're sending the trucks out or bidding on the jobs. And not many industries have that clear pathway available for them, where you can work all the way up to the top to where you're the owner.
And so I saw on the signage that there are a number of private sector contractors that are heavily involved in the skills competition and just the education foundation itself. To what extent are they on the floor there mentoring and guiding the youngsters in their construction activity?
Yeah, it's really impressive to watch contractors across the state of Mississippi dedicate 2 days of their time, because it's busy, and on a beautiful day like today, there's a lot of work going on, but we've got project managers and superintendents that they believe in this so much, and they're so dedicated to growing the industry and working with the future of the industry, that not only are they here, but they've got some of there's equipment not being operated right now on job sites, because we've got people down here participating as judges or project managers, working with these young people, encouraging them to stick with it. If you think this is something you want to do,
sure,
man, stick with it, and just grooming them and hoping to grow them into, the future industry of our state.
Sure. And these companies, they're begging for talent, are they not?
They are begging for it, and that's another great piece of what's happening today is, we tell these young people ahead of time before they come down, hey, bring resumes with you, because, we're blessed and fortunate to have, these project managers and judges. These are active people in the industry. Some of them are owners of companies that are down here. So that's who you're going to be working with for the next 2 days, is someone that if you want to get into this field, hey, the people that's your judge or your project manager, they can offer you a job.
Sure. And they're keeping an eye on them too, aren't they? They're observing.
They are. Oh,
they're
absolutely.
watching for future workers.
They absolutely are. I've had a handful that's come up to me over the last day and a half and said, "Hey, this one right here, he knows what he's doing. We need to talk to him. Like, you're going to have the opportunity to do that." At what's going on the far West Bay is we've got a job fair going on in conjunction with this competition. We've got, in addition to these project managers and judges that are in the projects with them, we've got contractors set up. We've got 25 contractors set up with booths and tables so that they can meet with these young people as well when they have their breaks or when they conclude this afternoon.
Right.
Able to go through and have we've got electrical contractors, we've got mechanical guys, we've got plumbing, general contractors, roofers. They're all down there itching to get a chance to talk to these young people that are putting on a show today.
Brent, there's I think a bit of a misconception about the financial opportunities in these trades, in these construction jobs.
Yeah, that's something that we try to push out and market to people, that, as pay is increased in other areas, other industries, the construction industry has had to maintain that as well. And a lot of times what we try to explain to people is, hey, they may start you off at $16 an hour or $18 an hour, but as you're working for them, you're going to start getting per diem if you're staying in a hotel somewhere. You're going to get a company truck soon after, a couple of years of being in there, especially if you get put into an apprenticeship program. The majority of our apprentices, by the time they're in their third year, they're driving company trucks.
Yeah.
So they're not paying for the gas to get to and from work. They're getting pay raises every year. They're getting bonuses, health insurance, 401k retirement. All of those things that you hear about in other areas, that's here in the construction industry as well. Yeah,
with pretty stable employment as well.
Absolutely, and that's what's so neat when you're out here talking to, these young people are able to interact and engage with these judges and these project managers. Well, hey, I see you work for Yates, or you're working for Key Constructors. How long have you been with them? Well, I got with them 15 years ago. They weren't bouncing all around, because these places invest in their people, and that makes you want to stay with them.
No doubt about it. And these are good companies that understand they've got to compete in the marketplace for labor, and when you're doing that, you're stepping up your game. You're making sure you're providing an opportunity and an environment that folks want to work in.
Absolutely.
Brent Bean, president of Mississippi Construction Education Foundation, has been our guest. Brent, always good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Thank you for coming
yes,
down.
Sir. We're stepping aside for a break right here on Middays. We're at the Mississippi Trademart, where the Element Wealth Studios have been relocated for the Mississippi Construction Education Foundation Skills Competition. We're coming right back.